Ever wonder why we ask you to keep your recyclables loose, empty your containers, and make sure items like plastic bottles go into your recycling? Let's take a look at how we process recyclable items. In Peel, you don't have to sort and separate your recyclables. You can put paper, plastics, metal, and glass loose into one bin, your recycling bin. We collect your recycling from your homes and schools and bring them to our material recovery facility in Brampton. This is one of the largest recovery facilities in Ontario. It receives almost 110 loads of recycling items every collection day. Here we sort recyclables into different types because different remanufacturers need different items to make new items. That's why we separate items like paper, steel, aluminum, and plastic and group the same items together. Sorters and machines separate items based on their shape, weight, and size. Paper and cardboard are thin and light, but cans and bottles are heavy and bulky. You'll see how this works when we explain what happens to the recyclables we collect from you. The sorting and separating process starts at the tipping floor. The trucks offload the collected items onto the floor. Then a front-end loader pushes them to a conveyor belt. The items on this conveyor belt are called feedstock. Sorters who work on the line remove unacceptable, contaminated, and hazardous items from the belt by hand, then put them in separate containers and send it to landfill. Bag-breaking machines release items tied in plastic bags. These machines break the bags open and send the bag's contents back onto the conveyor belt for sorting. Sorters remove large plastic containers or jugs from the conveyor belt by hand and put them in large storage bunkers. The recyclable items left on the belt carry on to the spinning disc screens. Here, spinning discs separate big pieces of cardboard from other recyclables. Heavier, smaller materials fall through the discs, while the cardboard rides on top and into a storage bunker. A second screen then separates recyclable paper and sends it to a different sorting line for a quality check. Contaminated paper items are removed by hand before the rest of the recovered paper goes to storage bunkers. Next is the V-screen separator. The V-screen removes small pieces of cardboard and paper and redirects them to where other recyclable paper is being sorted. Heavier items like cans, jars, bottles, and milk and juice boxes are transported up the screen to the next conveyor belt. Now, the only items left on the conveyor belt are milk and juice boxes, plastics, glass, and metals. The glass passes through a series of screens, then it's directed to a storage bunker for just glass. A large rotating magnet drum draws spray cans and other steel containers and puts them in their own bunker. An optical scanner separates milk, juice boxes, and other plastics. When the scanner senses these items, it knocks them onto their own belt that leads to a storage bunker. This is done using jets of air. The materials left over are then sorted by machine or by hand and are directed to a separate bunker. The final sorting step is the eddy current. As the last of the materials pass through, a magnetic field pops recyclables made of aluminum from the conveyor belt into a separate bunker. Once a storage bunker is full, its contents are dumped onto another conveyor. This conveyor line takes them to baling, the final processing stage. During baling, materials move through a conveyor belt into the baler machines. The baler machines squeeze the materials into bales and fasten them together. The bales are temporarily stored on the plant floor before they are shipped to remanufacturers to be used to make new items. So as you've seen, recycling right and putting recyclables in your recycling bin goes a long way. To learn more about the items that go into your recycling bin, visit peelregion.ca/waste.